I was up way too late last night working on my history project. I waited until the last minute to finish it. I am giving a presentation in my class today. I had to make a model of a historical site to go with the presentation. I built a model of the ancient pyramids of Egypt. I spent a lot of time building the model. My dad helped me too. My older brother also lent a hand. I constructed the pyramids out of sugar cubes. Then I painted everything to make it look real. I think it looks great. My dad took a picture of it and sent it to my grandparents. They were very impressed with it. I hope my teacher likes it too. My dad drove me to school because the model was too big for the bus. I studied my notes for the presentation in the car. I'm a little nervous about speaking in front of the class.
I had a really fun day with my mom today. In the morning, we went out for breakfast. Then we walked down to the local outdoor market. We walked through the fruits and vegetables stands and bought some produce to take home. On the way home, it started to rain really hard. We had to seek shelter under a tree so we wouldn't get drenched. After it stopped raining, we saw a big rainbow in the sky. We both thought it was beautiful. In the afternoon, we went to the lake. We brought a lunch with us and sat by the water to eat. We watched some birds diving in the water. One of them caught a huge fish. When we got home, I helped my mom with dinner. We used the produce from the market. My mom taught me how to make a dessert with my favorite fruits. We ate on the patio and watched the sunset. I'm glad the rain didn't come back. My older sister came to apologize. She missed my dance recital last night. She knew that I had practiced for months, and it was really important to me. She meant to be there, but she still had an emergency to deal with. She had a class project that was due this morning. They had to redo their presentation after her classmate's computer broke. She was the only person with the finished file. My sister had a printed version of it, but they still had a lot of work to do. They stayed at the library until after midnight. I heard that my sister was really upset that she couldn't go to the recital. She felt really bad about it. I told her I was fine, but she kept apologizing. My dad recorded the performance on his camera, so we are going to watch the video of my recital together at a later time. She is such a sweet sister.
I participated in a debate in class today. We debated whether the school should allow vending machines in the cafeteria. I argued against it. I spent a lot of time preparing my arguments so I was ready. I hate speaking in front of the class, but I stood up there and got through it. I told my side of the issue and tried to make everyone agree with me. I think they understood what I said, but I hope I didn't leave anything out. I will find out how I did tomorrow. I think I did well, but I'm still really nervous about it. It's a big part of our final grade, so I need to get a good score.
Nothing was going right yesterday. I was trying to do my homework and study for a test. It was so stressful. My math homework was really difficult, so I struggled to finish it. My parents tried to help me, but they also had trouble with it. When I was done, I needed to write a paragraph for English class. But my mom's laptop was acting up. I had to write it by hand. I will type it in the computer lab at school. Then I was going to study for my science test. But I could not find my textbook. I wasted an hour looking for it. I searched the whole house. Then I remembered that I left it on my front porch. I was sitting with some friends yesterday after school. I left it on the chair outside. When I finally found it, it was getting very late. I studied until I could not stay awake any longer. My mother told me to go to bed. I really didn't get enough sleep. I must go to school early this morning so I can finish my English homework in the computer lab. I was hoping to have a good day, but it may be another stressful school day.
Tonight, my cousins came over to my house. My mom offered to babysit them so my aunt and uncle could go watch a play. Usually, my cousins are pretty well behaved, but this time, they were acting a little naughty. They had a lot of energy and they weren't listening to anything I was saying. I tried playing with them, but they weren't sharing the toys. Then, they were running around the house. My mom made us dinner. They wouldn't stay in their seats. My mom asked them to calm down. They eventually sat down and ate their dinner. After dinner, they were acting wild again. So I decided to ignore them and I turned on a movie. They saw what I was watching and sat down with me. They quickly got bored. They weren't watching the movie anymore. They started screaming and running around again. I wasn't having a good time with them. Finally, they got tired and fell asleep on my bed. I went out into the living room and watched television with my mom. We were both tired from the evening. We waited for my aunt and uncle to return.